at the club. So what's important to say right now on Luis Díaz is that Barcelona want to make a new approach to Liverpool in the upcoming days to try and understand if they can open doors to the exit of Luis Díaz. So Barcelona want to try again. Barcelona want to approach again. Barcelona will do their best to get Luis Díaz. Barcelona are aware also of Marcus Rashford being still an option in the list, being very keen on the move, dreaming of Barcelona move. So for sure, Barca are aware of the intentions of Marcus Rashford, very keen on the move. But Barca still want to try again for Luis Díaz. So I expect Barcelona to make new contact with the players' camp, understood to be keen on the move, and also to make new contact with Liverpool to try and understand if they can open doors to this move.
After missing out on their top target, Nico Williams, Barcelona is now focusing on alternative options to strengthen their attack. The Catalan Giants have turned their attention to two high-profile players, Luis Díaz of Liverpool and Manchester United's Marcus Rashford. Both wingers bring a wealth of talent and flair to the table, with Díaz known for his explosive pace and dribbling, while Rashford offers versatility and goal-scoring ability. Despite the intense rumors and reports linking them to Barcelona, no deal has been finalized for either player as of now. With the transfer window ticking down, Barcelona fans are left wondering if their club can secure one of these key signings or if they'll pursue other targets.
I'm told that Barca have a very good relationship with people close to Luis Díaz, and that's a good factor. I'm also told that Luis Díaz would be open to trying a new experience in Spain, in this case at Barcelona. Very exciting football for a fast, quality player with his skills would be absolutely perfect. So Luis Díaz could be tempted by this opportunity. But at the moment, still no negotiations, still no direct contacts, and there are more options in the list at Barcelona.
At the start of the 2025 summer transfer window, Barcelona's sporting director Deco made it clear that Luis Díaz was a key target for the club. Early June saw Barcelona make their first formal approach to Liverpool, eager to secure the Colombian winger for their attack. Díaz, known for his consistency, work rate, and versatility, was highly regarded by Barcelona as a priority signing to boost their offensive options. Fabrizio Romano reported that the player was keen on the move to Barcelona, further intensifying the club's interest. However, Liverpool quickly rejected Barcelona's initial inquiries, remaining firm in their stance to retain Díaz, whose contract runs until 2027, making any potential deal a difficult one to finalize. Luis Díaz remains Barcelona's primary target for the winger position, with the player himself eager to make the move to Catalonia. However, negotiations are expected to be challenging. Liverpool has already rejected two separate approaches from both Barcelona and Bayern Munich, making it clear that they are not willing to part with Díaz easily. Fabrizio Romano has reported that Barcelona love the Colombian winger and are determined to pursue him despite Liverpool's high valuation and firm stance on keeping him. With the transfer window still open, Barcelona is expected to make another attempt, but it remains to be seen whether they can break through Liverpool's resistance and secure Díaz's signature.
In the recent weeks, after Cristiano Ronaldo extended his contract at the club, and so we will see what's going to happen there. But for Luis Díaz, guys, Barcelona feel that the player is keen on the move, that the player is keen on joining Barca after the Nico saga. Barcelona returned on Luis Díaz. I told you exactly the same day after the Nico saga and decision to sign a new contract at the club. So what's important to say right now on Luis Díaz is that Barcelona want to make a new approach to Liverpool in the upcoming days to try and understand if they can open doors to the exit of Luis Díaz. So Barcelona want to try again. Barcelona want to approach again. Barcelona will do their best to get Luis Díaz.
This move is not going to be easy for Barcelona, as their initial bid for Luis Díaz was swiftly rejected by Liverpool, who are determined to keep hold of the Colombian winger. What's more, Barcelona is not the only club interested in Díaz. Bayern Munich has also been actively pursuing him, but their bid was also turned down by Liverpool. This further complicates the situation for Barcelona, as they face stiff competition from one of Europe's top clubs, all while dealing with Liverpool's firm stance and high valuation of the player. As negotiations continue, it's clear that securing Díaz will require a significant effort and possibly a substantial increase in their offer.
Yeah, they have a dream target, and to be honest, this was the first target they had in the summer transfer window before the Nico Williams opportunity appeared on the market and Barcelona decided to try. But before that, Barcelona already wanted to go for Luis Díaz at Liverpool. So Barcelona love Luis Díaz, people at the club love Luis Díaz. They wanted to go for him, and I expect Barcelona to try again. Then, say that Barcelona want to try. We also have to mention that this is not going to be an easy deal or a fast deal or anything like that. Forget about that, because Liverpool already closed their doors to Bayern in the recent days. It was 2-3 days ago when Bayern called for Luis Díaz. Liverpool said not for sale. The player is not going anywhere.
Fabrizio Romano has stated that Barcelona will not give up on their pursuit of Luis Díaz and will make another attempt to bring him to Camp Nou. However, according to Romano, any potential deal will require a substantial financial offer from Barcelona to convince Liverpool to let go of their star player. With Díaz's value at an all-time high and his contract running until 2027, Liverpool's resistance is likely to remain strong. Additionally, Romano suggests that it may also take strong pressure from the player himself to push through him this summer. Despite Barcelona's ongoing interest, it appears that securing Díaz will be a complicated and costly endeavor.
Yeah, they have a dream target, and to be honest, this was the first target they had in the summer transfer window before the Nico Williams opportunity appeared on the market and Barcelona decided to try. But before that, Barcelona already wanted to go for Luis Díaz at Liverpool. So Barcelona love Luis Díaz, people at the club love Luis Díaz. They wanted to go for him, and they expect Barcelona to try again. Then, say that Barcelona want to try. We also have to mention that this is not going to be an easy deal or a fast deal or anything like that. Forget about that, because Liverpool already closed their doors to Bayern in the recent days. It was 2-3 days ago when Bayern called for Luis Díaz. Liverpool said not for sale. The player is not going anywhere.
On the other hand, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that Marcus Rashford remains a strong alternative for Barcelona, who have had the English forward on their shortlist since January. Rashford is reportedly super keen on joining Barcelona, having repeatedly expressed his desire to play at Camp Nou. Romano expects new talks between Barcelona and Rashford's camp in the near future, but the move will largely depend on Barcelona's financial constraints and their continued preference for Luis Díaz. If a deal for Díaz proves unattainable, Rashford remains a viable option. Manchester United is reportedly open to a £40 million transfer, although Barcelona's preference would secure a loan option to buy, providing flexibility managing finances.
If it's not going to be possible to get Luis Díaz, Barcelona are aware also of Marcus Rashford being still an option in the list, being very keen on the move, dreaming of Barcelona move. So for sure, Barca are aware of the intentions of Marcus Rashford, very keen on the move.
Mark Goldbridge has weighed in on the potential move of Marcus Rashford to Barcelona, stating that it would be a huge upgrade for the club. Goldbridge highlights that Rashford not only brings his talent to the team, but also his massive fan base, which could be a significant advantage for Barcelona, both on and off the pitch. While Rashford would certainly get plenty of playing time at Camp Nou, Goldbridge notes that he may not receive the same prominence as players like Rafinha and Lamine Yamal, who are expected to be key figures in Barcelona's attack. Still, Rashford's ability to contribute on the field and his marketability make him a valuable addition for the club.
Rashford's obviously desperate to go to Barcelona. If I was him, I'd bloody love to go to Barcelona. It's an upgrade. Many people say, well, why would Barcelona want to do it? Well, you're going to get a player very cheap, a player in a position you need, with a huge reputation, shirt sales, exposure. Rashford brings with him his own fan base as well. They have fantastic players in Rafinha and Yamal and Lewandowski, but beyond those three, I don't think Yamal and Rafinha should be playing every minute of every game as good as they are, and I think Rashford wouldn't dislodge either of those players. They're better than him. I think he'd get minutes. I think it'd be quite good for them, and I think it would be a good deal for us and for him and Barcelona. Anybody saying that Marcus Rashford's going to Barcelona and going to bench Rafinha, which is where he would play, but they do need another winger, and I think it makes sense for all three parties.
However, not everyone is convinced by the rumors linking Marcus Rashford to Barcelona. Rory Jennings, a TalkSport presenter and Chelsea fan commentator, has expressed skepticism about the potential move, describing it as nothing more than a PR campaign. In a YouTube segment titled "It's All PR," posted on July 5th, 2025, Jennings argued that there is no way Barcelona genuinely wants Rashford, questioning whether the English forward is the caliber of player the La Liga champions are targeting. He suggested that the transfer rumors could be driven by Rashford's camp to enhance his profile, rather than reflecting genuine interest from Barcelona. Jennings also pointed to Rashford's inconsistent form and hefty £350,000 per week wages as factors that make him an unlikely fit for Barcelona, especially given the club's financial constraints and their preference for players like Luis Díaz.
They're not like, I don't know anything beyond what we know here as football fans. I don't know anything beyond what we know, what the journalists have reported and what the newspapers are saying. But if we employ an element of critical thinking, there is absolutely no way that the best team in Spain, currently the best football team in the entire Iberian Peninsula, is looking at Marcus Rashford and going, God, I really wish we had that bloke that was very good in 2018. There's absolutely no way. So I don't understand where this is coming from. Marcus Rashford's camp said that he was destined for Barcelona. He had his heart set on Barcelona. That's cool. I mean, you can have your heart set on what you like. It doesn't mean that it's likely going to happen. And I have absolutely no idea how Marcus Rashford believes.
But who is better for Barcelona to go for from one of these two? When comparing Luis Díaz and Marcus Rashford, it's clear that Díaz is the better fit for Barcelona in terms of goal contributions and overall style of play. Díaz's 17 goals and 5 assists in the 2024/2025 season, averaging 0.62 goal involvement per 90 minutes, outperform Rashford's 12 goals and 8 assists, 0.57 goal involvement per 90 minutes. Díaz also excels in key metrics like expected goals, XG, and dribbling success, with a higher XG of 0.40 compared to Rashford's 0.34, and a much more effective dribbling rate, 60% versus 36.4%. His defensive work rate and adaptability to high-pressing, possession-based systems align perfectly with Barcelona's tactical approach under Coach Flick, making him a more reliable option for immediate impact, alongside young talents like Yamal and seasoned striker Lewandowski. Rashford does bring creativity to the table, with an XA, expected assists, of 0.22, and his marketability, as noted by Goldbridge, is certainly a plus for Barcelona in terms of off-field value. If Barcelona are to prioritize goal contributions and tactical fit, Díaz clearly stands out as the superior choice. However, Rashford's lower transfer fee, £40 million versus Díaz's €80 million, and his potential willingness to take a pay cut could make him a more feasible option if Barcelona's financial constraints continue to limit their options. Barcelona's search for a winger this summer revolves around two contrasting yet viable options, Luis Díaz and Marcus Rashford. The initial focus was on Díaz, a player whose consistency, goal-scoring ability, and tactical fit align perfectly with Barcelona's high-pressing, possession-based system. Despite Díaz's firm connection with Liverpool and their rejection of initial offers, Barcelona remains determined to secure him, although negotiations will require a significant financial outlay and overcoming Liverpool's resistance. Díaz's 17 goals and 5 assists in the 2024/2025 season, combined with his defensive work rate and dribbling ability, make him the ideal candidate for Barcelona's attacking needs. On the other hand, Marcus Rashford presents an alternative, one that brings both creativity and marketability to the table. However, his inconsistent form, lower clinical output, and a less favorable fit within Barcelona's pressing system make him a less seamless addition compared to Díaz. Despite these concerns, Rashford's lower transfer fee, £40 million, and potential willingness to take a pay cut make him a feasible option, especially given Barcelona's financial constraints. While his marketability could also be a significant boost off the field, it remains to be seen if he can consistently deliver at a top level for Barcelona. Ultimately, Díaz remains Barcelona's top priority, as his style and contributions make him the more ideal candidate for the club's immediate and long-term goals. However, if negotiations fail, Rashford could serve as a viable backup, depending on Barcelona's financial flexibility. This summer, it's clear that securing a winger is crucial for Barcelona, and the club's efforts to balance tactical fit with financial limitations will define their success in the transfer market. So, what do you think? With Luis Díaz and Marcus Rashford both on the radar, Barcelona has some exciting options but also tough decisions to make. Do you believe Díaz is the perfect fit for Barcelona's style, or would Rashford bring something different to the table? With the financial constraints and competition from other clubs, it's clear that Barcelona's summer pursuit of a winger is far from straightforward. Who do you want to see at Barcelona this season? Díaz, Rashford, or someone else? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.